In 3, 2, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Download the Uplift. My name is Gabriel Mark, reporting live from the mountains, where I just happen to have a generator outside, so I'm creating electricity for the studio. Joined, as always, by my co-host, who never ghosts, Dane Davis.
That's actually a good one, man. I'm surprised we haven't used Ghost yet.
Come on.
Yeah. So that's good. ChatGPT is doing a lot better.
Yes, ChatGPT, of course, helping me along with my everyday tasks. I have to admit today, and you've been trying to tell me, Ken has been trying to tell me, everybody's been trying to tell me to pay for GBT. And I was doing some of the reaction descriptions and stuff because it helps me with wording. And I was like, you know what? Let me just pay the $20. It's $20 a month. And dude, it's a different animal. It's way better. Like, I think, because I don't know if it allows itself to remember stuff. And like, I named it, like, it's Atlas. Atlas is my boy. Like, it starts to talk like me. He's like, what's up, dude? You crushing it today? I'm like, yo, this is weird.
Dang, I haven't even gotten that far into it. I haven't named my ChatGPT.
It's
that's
like,
cool.
Yeah. What's the name of Iron Man? The suit, his suit.
Oh, Jarvis.
Atlas is my Jarvis. You need to name your GBT, my friend. Do that tonight. There should be priority 1 after the podcast.
Yeah. Before anything else, I'm going to name my ChatGPT.
Good.
I don't know what to name it, but I'll figure it out.
You know what you do is what I did. You ask GBT for suggestions, and Atlas was one of them. And it's like literally though, what they do is you've probably seen it. They'll have 2 answers, like, which one do you prefer? And one is more like professional. The other one has like emojis, like, what's up, bro? You crushing it today? I'm like, I like Atlas like this.
Yeah, I didn't even know I could do that because I just have like plain old 4.0 ChatGPT.
You must have Turbo now. I think that's what they're calling it. Paying for it.
Yeah, I'm still paying for it for sure.
So,
a
couple quick show notes. What up to all 563 of you guys tuning in? If you didn't know, my name is Gabriel Mark. As you know, this is my co-host Dane Davis. We started Download the Uplift, and we do a podcast. We're trying to figure out if it's every 3 weeks or monthly, but at least that, so you get to hear from us. We talk about everything from our subject today to current events, this, that, the other thing. We like to keep it loose, keep it light. We might get a little controversial. We don't really know. We came to entertain, and we are available on Apple, Spotify, here on YouTube, and wherever you consume podcasts. And what's up, everybody?
How you guys doing? Thank you for subscribing. It's awesome that we're getting more and more people. John's doing an awesome job with the reacts and everything. I think that's still definitely by far the more popular content on our channel. So it's cool.
Yeah. YouTube is a weird vortex, my friend. But even with the reactions, we talked a little bit about it last week with the copyright stuff. I'm starting to get better and better with the disputes. I want to shout out Merlin Records and Beartooth. You guys are legends. I don't know if it's just AI on your end or if you guys really do watch it, but it said, no, go ahead, use it. So thank you, Merlin Records and Beartooth, so far for being so gnarly. I'm going to review more Beartooth and stuff from Merlin Records. I've never even heard of Merlin. Have you, Dane?
No, I've never heard of Merlin. And I've definitely heard of Beartooth. So,
well, it's crazy, dude. A lot of these companies, like, are subsidiaries. What's the word? But like, they'll have a parent company who's like the big dog, like Warner or Sony, or Play It Again Sam's and Sleep Token, but they're underneath something else.
There's the major labels and then all the sister companies underneath them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Some get approved, some don't, but I just like to make them. And once again, welcome everybody. Life is good, my friend. Life is good. You know, things are always going to get complicated, guys. Just make sure you got some good homies. Yeah, my boy Dane, he's been going through it, but he's still here podcasting with us, looking healthier than ever. How you feeling, big dog?
Well, yeah, we talked yesterday. I had my eyes dilated, trying to figure out some weird things that are going on with it. But I don't know if you guys in the audience have had any of these things, but I mean, I get like flashes in my vision, like this like strobing sort of thing. I've got like literally thousands of floaters in my eye, so my vision's like not that great, especially outside. I can see perfectly fine. It's just like I have all these like anomalies that go on. So that's just like another thing I'm trying to get sorted out, figure out what's going on with that. But yeah, they looked at the back of my retina and they're just like, yeah, everything looks fine, and you're just experiencing these things, but they're within normal tolerances. So, whatever that means.
Yeah. Like, how is that normal? But that's crazy. I mean, listen, like, so you have 20/20, but sometimes you see what, like, it gets hazy. What is that?
No, and it's so hard to describe if you haven't like had the visual thing. But like I have just under 20/20 vision. Like I should wear glasses like for reading at the very least.
Okay.
But I always have the floaters. They're just constant. And she actually saw them. She's like, yeah, they're like super tiny, but there's a lot of them. So,
oh, dude, I have some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh now, my gosh. Yes.
Now take that and just put it across your whole visual field, and that's what I see.
Oh. Wow. Oh, so this is actually the term for them, floaters. Comment down below after you like and subscribe if you've had something like this, a floater.
Yeah, everyone does. It's just.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like most people have one or two or a handful, and so you don't really notice it.
Yeah,
they'll move around and all that stuff, but yeah, mine are super tiny, and they're just constantly in one area, and it's my whole vision. So it's especially bad when I'm like looking at a sky like this. So
that's unbelievable, and it's so crazy because that's one of those things I'm just like, whatever, maybe I got something in my eye. I've never actually thought that it was something.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I definitely have a couple of those, and you're right, because maybe there's so few of them. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, turn your phone sideways. You can see us and what we're looking at right now. Basically, we're sharing the screen, and it's a skyline with all these little squiggly lines, and it's crazy, man. It's almost like they're crawling across your eyeball. You know what I mean? Like they move. That's so crazy, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you got to deal with that, bro. Damn. Cut my man Dane a break.
Yeah, and then I have like this you know, like at the bottom of a pool, there's sort of the light rays. It's the refraction of the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll see that
100%.
So I have that as well occasionally in my vision. It's like maybe once every couple days or something. It'll pop up when I'm like waking up or if I see something bright. So I get the floaters, flashes, and then this other thing very occasionally called kaleidoscope vision, which is basically just an ocular migraine. So there's a lot going on.
Dang.
But it's all good. And so you don't know what floaters are. So it's your you have this gel-like substance in your eye. It's called the vitreous. I think they call it vitreous fluid, but it's not fluid. It's like a gel.
Okay.
And over time, as you get older, you can start to develop little holes in your vitreous fluid. And you can also get vitreous attachment off of your retina, which is the back of your eye. And that's basically what you're seeing is you're seeing the shadow of these holes in that fluid.
If you were in a dust storm, like literally holes in your eye?
In the gel, there's like these pockets of air, like bubbles in the gel.
Bubbles.
What's that? Bubble. Yeah, bubbles.
Oh, so you have bubbles in your eye?
Yeah, my whole vision's full of bubbles.
I don't even know if that's an inside joke with you and me, but for some reason, bubbles.
My water's plain, but my eyes are filled with bubbles. That's an inside joke.
Sorry, UK, because we actually do have a bunch of UK people. We're not mocking. I literally love the accent.
No, I'm foreign. I can do it. I'm kind of English.
Right. Well, by the way, I'm sure when you UK dudes come to the States, girls are like, "Oh, he's got a UK accent. It's so dreamy," or a South African accent. It's so dreamy. I'm curious, when we go there, if I go to visit, should I like go like full on cowboy? Be like, yeah, I'm from the United States. I don't know. Young ladies, which by the way, it's pretty much 90% dudes that watch this channel. But if there are any of the young ladies, right? Comment down below if you dig an American accent.
I have some insider information if you want it.
Please share this crucial information.
Yeah. So the most sought after accent that I've seen personally in the United States is an Irish accent. And this was tested because we had some buddies over. We had someone from South Africa, we had someone from Australia, and we had someone from Ireland, and everyone was all about the Irish dude and his accent. So Irish is the way to go for the United States.
It is good.
Apparently. English accents are good too, but just Irish is like that extra bit of flair for Americans, I feel. And then overseas there are quite a few girls who dig the American accent. So
come on, USA.
I don't know about full on cowboy, maybe an American accent. They're like, oh, like you're from overseas.
Not only did you mention your eyes and Ireland, but I just want to mention, just so everybody knows, it's just eye black. It's just paint. It's so you're like, hey, what's going on there? And you click on the thumbnail. At this point, I kind of like it. It's who knows where it started. When I was a mess in 2018, I used to go to bars and like get blackout, and then I'd wake up with it smudged all over my pillows. But I just got this new Amazon's finest multicolor kit. Can I get a multicolor kit? So
nice.
I don't know why I'm showing that, but there's a lot of people that sometimes we get a comment, what's up with your face?
So you actually use like football eye black then?
Yeah, they've always been like this. This one looks really sketchy. Yeah, but here's the thing about podcasts. I just want to note this real quick. 2 fun facts. They don't even know how many, apparently, but it says between 3.5 million and 6 million podcasts. Now, I'm older. I'm about to be 40. I remember like all there was like the radio stations, I guess, right? Or CDs like music. So this podcast phenomenon, and it's pretty easy to do. Not easy to do. How could we describe podcasting? Why it's so popular, Dane?
I mean, it's it's not the most complex as far as like trying to prepare for it. It's easier in that way to make content as like a podcast, but at the same time, like it still takes effort, set up and the right kind of gear and all that, and you gotta get good at it because we certainly weren't when we first started.
One, baby.
But myself, I think more so than you because you're more of a natural talker. But I don't know, but I think podcasts didn't they start on like Apple's platform? That was the thing. Like the iPod is where the iPod's where podcasts started.
And on what platform? You know what I'm going to do is ask Atlas. Let's see here. Podcasts officially started in the early 2000s, but the concept of downloadable audio content dates back even earlier. The term podcast was coined in 2004 by journalist Ben Hammersley in The Guardian. First major platform, Apple iTunes, became one of the first big platforms to support podcast distribution in 2005. It's about 20 years old. It's just exactly like you said, anybody can have one, but like to have a good sound and to be able to talk. I'll say one thing, like any kind of content creation, when you're talking into a camera, it is a little weird. I guess it's easier. We're like good friends, but it's like, especially those people, when you have to go out, when I was doing the RV thing and you just have to talk to a GoPro, like if people are just staring at you, it's like, you got to have some kind of guts. I'm not going to lie.
No, for sure. Like social media and all that stuff, even though there's a bunch of videos of people like reacting to people filming in the real world. Yeah. And it's like, it's cringy, some of it, but it takes that kind of confidence to just be like, I'm going to do this. Everyone's going to think I'm stupid, but it makes sense when you actually watch the video and you have the audience that you're talking to. And like, yeah, podcasts, I'd say if anyone's trying to like start social media or whatever, I'd say podcast is a great entry point, because like you're usually talking with someone else. And so you can actually, like, right now I'm not really looking at the camera, even though I probably should be, but I'm looking at you. So it's like I'm talking with someone, and I am. But yeah, like whenever I've filmed just me with a camera, I've just been like, this is so freaking weird. And I can just imagine people like just listening, if they were outside my door, and going like, what's going on with Dane? Like he's
it's a good call. That would be weird. Like just talking to yourself. Oh yeah. Well, next time the wifey's over, just tell her to poke in with the camera and be like, just, hey, randomly without me knowing, come film me for a second. But
yeah,
I want to see it, because I'm sure I look like a crazy person. My dog's like, what's up, bro? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well, the thing is like, I don't know. Either way, I just want to say, all the Sleep Token fans, congratulations, that Sleep Token. I'm stoked. The new song, I don't know if it's a new album. I just saw this before we went live recording here. A new Sleep Token called Emergence just dropped, and it had like 450,000 views in 6 hours or something crazy like that.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, Sleep Token's really, really dope. But here's the problem, which I'm conflicted. I would love your advice. I started randomly doing reactions with Sleep Token. I think it's pronounced Euclid, which is a newer song from 2023. Everybody's like, yo, you got to go back to the beginning, to EP1, and start at the early stuff and move forward. I said, okay, I'll show the band that respect. And that's what I've been doing. So my last reviews are from like their 2016 EP1. This week I'm going forward. But like, what do? There's a lot of hype with the new music. Do you cheat it and go listen to this? Like, well, I don't know. Like, honestly, these fans don't mess around. I'm a fan now, like 100%. I would love to check them out live, and I'm involved. Like, I literally diagnosed the music, but like the new stuff came out, but that's like, I didn't get there yet. I don't know. What do I do?
I would go for it, man. I'd go for the new stuff. Like throw in one new song for two old songs, right? Like keep moving forward.
No, it's
keep
story.
Going through the whole discography.
It's a story.
I know.
It's my boy Vessel in this horrible relationship between either him and his girl or him and Sleep. I'm still learning. It's wild.
It's either a girl or it's Sleep. You know, it could be both. Who knows?
It's, dude, the lyrics are insane. Like, because I literally, it's the thing about reaction videos is you're sitting and like, listen, before, like, I'll listen to a song and be like, oh, it's a good song. But when you're reacting, you're like, you're super focused. It's wild. But yeah, so I don't know what to do. I know I really want to, because there's a lot of hype, but I haven't gotten there yet, man. And I think as the fan base grows for Download the Uplift, they're gonna respect that I waited. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Are you gonna sell out, or are you gonna respect the band and the fans?
Sell out. I'm going for the big views, baby.
But by the time you get to this song, it's there's gonna be another album, and then you're gonna be like, fuck.
Oh, bro, at this rate, yeah. No, I'll probably wait. I don't know.
We'll see. Comment down below. How long do you think it's going to take for Gabriel to cave in?
Yes. Comment down below, especially if you're this part of the Sleep Token tribe. Well, yo, here's another thing. All my reviews are now like metal, but I love all kinds of music. But now I'm like, am I painting myself into a metal reaction channel? Like, should I just pop like a? I don't really. I'm not really that big into hip hop, but should I pop like a? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like an EDM song or something.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They'll be like, "What's this?" The metal fans be like, "What's this, bro?" Because Johnny and I were talking about it. Metal fans in general, as you know, are not just, for reactions, but like if you go to a show, if you wear a t-shirt, like it's a pretty like tight knit like group of fans, wouldn't you say? Metal fans?
Look, yes and no. I'd say it depends on
controversy.
Yeah. Also fence sitting, which is just what I do.
Yep.
But no, it's so
yes and no.
Yeah, it's yes and no. Because dude, I was a metal guy. I was in the metal scene, and I still am. Like if you looked at me, you'd be like, yeah, this person clearly likes rock and clearly likes metal. Like,
right.
But I don't know. There's a lot of metal fans I think appreciate EDM stuff as well, and just other music in general. There's a lot of metal guys that will also listen to like reggae and funk and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also like you could react to dubstep, and dubstep took a lot of its principles from metal. And other music like metal, but the whole like rise, and then you have the drop, and you have the breakdown, basically.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all like just the formula of metal is like have that build up, and then you silence, you hit the Zill bell or the China cymbal, and then you just like wreck shit. So I don't know. I think you could get away with it. I think you could still get the fans of the metal as long as you don't like stop the metal altogether, right?
Yes, I think. And by the way, that's like the worst thing you could do is like try and do everything because you think it's going to get you more clicks. Like then it becomes unnatural. But like the good, like that, the Spirit Box video I did with Tati from Ginger. I've never heard that, but that came as a recommendation, and it's like one of my top listened songs right now. Which
was that the live one?
Yeah, when Tati came out and just was like,
"Oh yeah,
yo," I'm like, oh, yeah. That's
I need to like really get onto these bands, because the first time I've heard them was watching your reaction to them, and dude, that live performance was insane. It was crazy. And the girl from Ginger, I'm forgetting her name, but her voice,
Tatiana like Shmaliuk. They're all from the Ukraine, Ginger.
Oh, nice. So Tatiana's voice was awesome. Like, great screams, great clean vocals. But then who's the guest vocalist?
Well, no, Spirit Box was the singer, and then Tati is the one with like full throat tattoos. She came out. So the band Spirit Box came from Vancouver.
Yeah.
And apparently they were sick. So I thought they were just partying, and they were like, yo, come on. So Spirit Box vocalist, I think her name is Courtney, was not feeling well. And as you know, you're a singer. Like when you want to go like with that hardcore growl, if you're feeling under the weather, like you could probably use a little backup. So they're probably they're homies. So Tati from Ginger came out and just like, you, and then like they meshed together so well. When I did that reaction, that was like a legit. I was like, I just want to do this.
Yeah. Okay. So my bad. Reverse that. So what'd you say? The
Courtney's Spirit Box.
Okay. So Spirit Box is awesome.
Yeah.
And she had great screams, great vocals, all that stuff. But I loved her voice. But yeah, Tatiana coming out was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome. One of the best screamers, I'd say, like period, but also like female screamers. So
Johnny sent me, because I think way back when we were at the studio, he showed me that setting, that studio session, when she's like la da da, and then just yo, it's crazy. But that yeah, I need to go to more shows. That's what I always say, but I really do. I mean, Wacken in Germany would be so sick to go to. It's like Notorious. It's like a EDC, but for metal, right?
And that's the thing, though, dude. Like, it's not surprising at all that we have a bunch of people from Europe who have watched your reaction videos. It's more popular, like literally everywhere else around the world versus the United States. Like United States, I saw apparently hip hop and rap are like that's the genre of the United States. And it makes sense. Like that's basically what you'll see on the Grammys and stuff now. But elsewhere, rock and metal and all and even like house and all these other EDM genres are just way more popular than they are in the United States. So yeah, which is awesome because it's the majority of the world. So
yeah,
it's a big market.
Yeah, maybe we're in our own little bubble. Who knows? But I'm open to listen to anything. And you working in a studio, I mean, you've heard everything from audiobooks to weird genres of like some dude probably comes in with a milk carton. He's like, "Yo, this is gonna change music." And he just starts hitting the milk carton against the mic. It's like, yeah, hey, that's a $10,000 mic, bro.
So you know how you say like editing the videos and stuff is torture. Like we've both been through it. Like anytime you have to actively be listening to something and editing it for like hours on end, it's the worst because you can't listen to your own music. You can't like distract yourself with anything else.
Yep.
So imagine that, but then spending like 10 hours on an audiobook.
And it's like, and you can't even really get involved with the story because you're stopping and stuff, right?
Yeah,
like I like audiobooks, but like if you have to sit and edit it and be on the lookout for volume or something, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably a nightmare.
Yeah, and there, look, it could be quicker. There's a bunch of different things you could do to not make it 10 hours, but just the way that it was recorded, that the way the client wanted to do it and stuff like that, it ended up being a 10-hour thing, and it's all good because it's like whatever is the best way of getting the performance out of who you're recording is the way to go. But yeah, like just for people who are like, it doesn't take me 10 hours to edit an audiobook. Like, yeah, there's faster ways of doing it, but not in that particular case. So
see, now that's crazy that it took you 10 hours because I was just thinking, like, I read Mike the Situation's book, which was so good. I should say I listened to it, but that whole thing to listen to was like 7 hours. So it's like, dang, man, I would think that it would take way longer, at least double to edit, but maybe not because I don't know.
Well, so you also, I think you said it before we did the podcast or started the podcast, but you were talking about people who listen to things on 2x speed.
Ugh, psychos.
So that's what I did to edit the audiobook.
Oh, well, no, see, now that's efficient. I dig that. Comment down below if you're a psychopath and you listen to your podcasts and audiobooks on 1.5 to 2 to 3 to 4 time. Imagine 4 time. Yeah, so I don't think it's possible.
No one could understand 4 times. It's hard enough. Like I think the most I've done is like 2.5. Sometimes 3 if it's like a slow talker.
No, I don't buy that for a second. Not even. No way. Dude,
if it's a slow talker.
Whatever, man.
Okay. but like 2x to 2.5, I can somewhat listen to and make out what it's saying. But yeah, like actually, I think the best ideal situation, if you really want to absorb the information and you're not just like when I edited the audiobook, I was just like waiting for the mess ups, so I wasn't exactly like listening to what the book was about. But if you wanted to gather the information, I'd say like 1.5 is probably the ideal amount.
Or you just listen to how it's supposed to be, you crazy people. Anyway, I feel like let me see. Current events, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people that are very confused and they're like blowing up people's Teslas just because they don't like the president or Elon Musk. I think that's crazy. I also feel bad for people driving around Cybertrucks. Like our friend has one and he's like, dude, I'm just driving around. People just give me the finger and like, or a thumbs down. Like, bro, what did I do? I'm just driving my vehicle. And now these people are like burning down Tesla dealerships. And I genuinely don't get it. Like, for what reason? Like, let's say you hate Elon Musk. Let's say you hate President Trump. Let's say, but you're going to like go after just some random car. It's a car. Like Bill Burr. He's like, oh yeah. With his Boston accent. He's like, and Elon Musk, who's this guy making a crappy car? It's like, bro, the Model Y was like the #1 selling vehicle in the world last year. And it's like the most smart vehicle you could drive. But what do you think of people flicking you off for driving a Cybertruck?
Well, I gotta say, I love Bill Burr. He's funny as hell. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to like burn someone's car that they purchase. You're like, it's just screwing them over royally. And then I mean, like I wouldn't burn or vandalize anything like for anything, for a cause or whatever. I just don't think that's the way. But that's just me personally. But also, you know, if they're just targeting Teslas, it's like, what about the people who bought it before? Like, what about the people that bought it when Elon Musk was more like left leaning than?
Oh yeah, he was like the hero to the green people. Yeah, it's all so silly. Oh
yeah. I haven't been paying attention to a lot of stuff. I kind of was watching some things like January and February, but I haven't paid attention to a lot of stuff. I've just been focused on getting my own stuff done. But I did see that people were like vandalizing Teslas, but I thought it was just like a couple. But you're saying it's like everywhere?
I've driven a Cybertruck. I took her right out of the gym. I don't own a Cybertruck, but I've driven one. Dude, some kid pulling out of like a cross street in a Subaru literally goes like this. I'll try and describe it, but make sure you like and subscribe and watch us on YouTube and you'll see what I'm doing. He literally like creeped out of the side of his car and he goes like this, like a really quick. I was like, well, just swearing warning. We might swear once in a while now. I was like, well, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. And I got all fired up. I just left the gym, so I had testosterone like flowing. But he was like, literally, he's a little punk. He's like, like as I'm driving by, I'm like, dude, for what? You don't know me. I'm literally just driving a vehicle and what? You don't like Elon Musk because he's trying to get rid of government like waste. I don't understand it, but that's where I don't know. It's crazy. And
yeah,
these trucks are $100,000, Dane. Imagine that, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you're royally like screwing over whoever purchased it.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, like, you know, like it's people who are more well off like doing it, but that still doesn't make it right. But yeah, I don't know, man. That people have different opinions. Like some people are
that's
obviously
fence sitting.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's two sides to every story, or to every coin, or whatever.
No, I look. This has nothing to do with fence sitting on like should you burn a Tesla or not? Like, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that.
Oh,
But
I'm glad he took a stand. Don't burn someone's vehicle. Good.
dude, I take stands plenty of times, but it's just when it comes to like, politics or whatever, it's like I don't know what's really going on, but lots of people have opinions about what's happening. But I do think that the Doge is a good idea. I think we should be looking at government efficiencies and making sure that we're not spending all this money on a festival overseas that no one wants. Or maybe some people want it, but you don't want the United States to be paying for an overseas festival. Like, this doesn't make sense.
But then you can go down the rabbit hole. Like, does that festival even exist, or is this just a bunch of like money laundering?
Oh yeah, like look, any amount of money that is set for like a government thing, I'm pretty sure you can assume it's maybe not necessarily money laundering, but it's not all going to that thing. It's going to someone. So it's not all for the festival. It's going into something else.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, $10,000 cups of coffee being served. Excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. And again, people are going to debate what's actually going on and what's not, but these the festivals and everything were on USAID's social media, so that they literally like put out like, we're doing this, that some of that stuff's going on, and it's good to clean it up, get rid of it, and make sure that we're spending our money on good things and not stuff that's not helping us.
Was it Uncle Jesse from Full House? Cut it out.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of festivals, bro, you know the Fyre Fest dude, Brian, whatever, McFarland, the fire fraud.
Yeah.
He's trying to throw another one.
Oh my God.
There's like a website. I'll see if I can pull it up. And we're at 40 minutes. I want to talk for 10 minutes about our main subject. It's not a main subject.
Our main subject that got put into the last bit of the podcast. Yeah, I don't even know what the main subject is.
I'm gonna title the thumbnail with it too. You're gonna have to.
You're gonna be like, when are they talking about this?
I don't know. Either way, Brian McFarland, Billy McFarland. There's like the website up. It's in Mexico. It's a .mx. So take that with what you will. Like, why?
If that's really going on, I'm surprised there's not like a meme coin associated with it.
Oh, there's gotta be. Look, the
Fire coin.
The website doesn't even work.
Well, look, the fucking festival never even worked. So.
What a joke! What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, it's in brand. It's in theme. It's fine.
That's crazy. I literally just tried to pull up the website. It doesn't work. Yep. So don't give this man money. He is a serial liar. Do not. Yeah. If I went to one of those festivals and I got robbed of everything, and I all of a sudden was on this island and had no way out, but then I was saved and I finally got home, I'd be like, yo, that's like I was in a simulation. Which brings us to our quote of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a quote of the week. Here's the thing. When we first started doing Download the Uplift, it started as like a self-help channel. I have all those videos still live because, as Atlas, my ChatGPT AI assistant, said, why not leave them up? Maybe they can help somebody as the channel grows. Like, let's see what this guy's up to. Maybe you can get something out of those videos. Some of them might be a little corny. Some of them are a little, but yo, I like them. I'm going to leave them up. So when Dane and I started doing it, we used to have a quote of the week to talk about something like, hey, how to get over like depression, or maybe not that, general, but so that's where quote of the weeks came from.
And we still care about self-help stuff,
of course,
and people's mental state. But yeah, we're more general fun stuff now. So,
which brings us to the quote of the week. It's a big one.
Oh my God. The quote of the week. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will eventually be indistinguishable from reality. It would seem to follow that the odds that we were in a base reality is 1 in billions. Elon Musk, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of fudged that up, but whatever.
No, I literally was reading it along with you. So what's he saying? I'll try and run through it just so I can understand it as well. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, okay, then games will eventually be indistinguishable, you nailed it, from reality. It would seem to follow that the odds that we're in a base reality is 1 in billions. So is he saying there's a 1 in billions chance that we really are in a simulation?
So yeah, no. What he's saying is the exact opposite of that. He's saying that it's 1 in billions that we are in the real world versus being in a simulation.
Yo,
it's a very interesting topic. It's something that I've looked up, like different scientists talking about and all that stuff. There's a bunch of different arguments for it. Elon's argument here is sort of what people took up when this whole concept first got started, which is like, how can we prove that we're not in a simulation? And you can't. And it's just like the odds that you aren't in a simulation are far less than you actually being in a simulation.
That's nuts.
But here's the thing, and it was Neil deGrasse Tyson who said this. He said if we were in a simulation, it would likely be that we would have the technology and the means to then create further simulations, right? So each simulation would probably at some point create their own simulation, and then that simulation would create their simulation, and like on and on, infinite amounts of times, right? But the fact that we don't have the technology to create a perfect 1-for-1 scale of the universe simulation right now at this moment can mean that we're likely to be in reality. We're in the base reality. We're not in simulation. He said either we're in the base reality or we're in the newest iteration of the simulation because we're not advanced enough yet to have the technology to make a new simulation. So that takes it from 1 in billions to 50-50. That's better odds.
But would that mean that, like, how about this? Is it like a video game? Like, am I someone's character and you're backing up? Like they're watching me, like in outer space or whatever.
Well, yeah. So
to talk to me on a podcast, and watching that, they watch me stumble at 3 a.m. to take a leak.
Yeah. So think about The Sims, right? We've created The Sims, and you play a game where you're watching people live, and you're commanding people to do different things.
Okay.
And you can set their willpower versus not having any willpower.
Okay.
And you're like taking care of them and all this other crap. So that's the concept of it. There's nothing to say that we're not in a simulation, because if you took everything 1-for-1, like from the base reality, the universe of the base reality, and could replicate it perfectly with a computer or something like that, some technology that can replicate the simulation or replicate reality into a simulation, it would be indistinguishable. So it's like the Matrix, it's like the Sims. If you think about the Sims being in their world, they wouldn't know that their world is fake because it's their world. So
the question is, and I did ask, of course, Atlas, and he came up with a great question. He's like, well, then who's running this thing? If there is a programmer or like an advanced civilization behind our reality, what do you think their goal is? Is this an experiment? entertainment or like something else?
Yeah. Well, if it's billions, like Elon Musk says, or if it's infinite, then the principle of infinite means that every iteration of possibility is true. So any intention is true. If we're talking infinite.
Oh, see, yeah, you lost me.
So it's basically this. Like if you have an infinite amount of iterations of something,
like what? Like what are we talking about?
So an infinite amount of simulations means an infinite amount of people also simulated those simulations, right?
Okay.
Created those simulations.
Okay.
So their intentions of why they made those simulations is infinite. So it means every intention you could possibly think about is true and false at the same time, depending on which instance you're talking about.
Comment down below. Are you in a simulation?
and on top of that, it just, I love talking about infinite. So it's sort of a sidestep from simulation, but
we got 10 minutes, so make it quick.
Anything that's infinite, truly infinite, the biggest infinity you can think about, if you're talking about simulations, like to the infinite degree, universes to the infinite degree, infinity means that every possible variation will occur. Anything you can think of will exist, and then it will, let's say simulation 1, an infinite amount of times later, the exact same simulation will pop up again. So it starts duplicating itself. So when you think about like parallel universes and stuff like that, or is there a copy of us somewhere in another universe, of infinite universes? It's like, yes, there is. That's what infinite means. It's like infinite iterations, and it always will fold in on itself and copy itself.
So do you think we're in a simulation?
After all that,
like me, all I want Ken to do is tell us what an ADU is, and like I love him, but he kept going off and telling us about other stuff. I was like, dude, I need to tell the audience. We need to tell them how awesome this is. Accessory dwelling units. But so Dane, do you think we're in a simulation?
I personally don't think we are, but we can't prove it.
Wow.
Can't prove reality. You can't prove reality outside of itself. So
no, listen, I was following you, but I think that that show that like for some reason all my friends hate Big Bang Theory. I like that show.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, whatever, Big Bang. But in one of the episodes, Sheldon Cooper, he goes, well, if you believe in someone asked Sheldon something, and he goes, well, and she was like, are you real? And he goes, well, if you believe in simulation theory, or he might have said infinite theory, he goes, there might be a version of me that's bright pink made of candy, like in a different, you know what I mean? So I butchered that, but okay. So if you could hack this simulation, if you had access to the cheat codes of the simulation, what's the first thing you would do to your game? Would you make yourself able to fly, unlimited cash? What are you thinking?
I'd pull up the Grand Theft Auto cheats and
5-star warrant, ammo.
Yeah, God mode, flying cars, hydraulics. I'm trying to think of all the cool ones. Dude, there were so many cool cheat codes with PlayStation. I mean, like infinite money.
Cool.
Infinite money, and then I would say,
really, you wouldn't go full superpowers? Like
no, that's what I'm thinking of right now. I'm trying to think of which superpower.
Well, you got 40 seconds till we got 6 minutes left.
That's very observational. Thank you. Damn, I don't know. I think I'd go for some like Dr. Manhattan scale powers. Might as well. Just like you can make anything you want, travel through space. You know.
Document having? What'd you say?
Dr. Manhattan.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Look him up. Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
Oh, I haven't seen that for a long time.
Yeah, he's a blue guy.
Oh, yeah. So basically, just run everything. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And the reason why I would do that is solely just to learn as much as I possibly could, and then I'd probably be just like him and be bored and I don't know, fly to Mars.
Dr. Manhattan's power, godlike control over matter and energy. He can manipulate atoms, disintegrate objects, and reshape reality. He sees past, present, and future simultaneously. He teleportation and duplication, immortality, invulnerability, can create and destroy life. Basically, he's an all-powerful, emotion-detached blue space god with no real weaknesses, except maybe his loss of interest in humanity. Okay, that's what you want, bro. You can't just like, hey, I can breathe underwater.
I don't want to be detached from humanity, but I would like to learn as much as I could. I just like to explore the universe. So maybe nerfed Dr. Manhattan, like
all right, very well said.
Yeah, like nerfed enough that it's like I could still learn more, but I know a lot. I guess.
See, me, like mine would be just whenever I like say a secret phrase, there'd be a hot and crispy chicken parm with pink vodka sauce, like at my back. That's what if I had said alakazam, balakapam, there would be chicken parm. Real quick, because we got 4 minutes left. So, I need to know in one. All right, go ahead.
So you, so you would solve world hunger then with your chicken parm.
See that? I would have people be like, "Hello, please feed me." I'm like, "Well, you can have chicken parm or chicken parm." Well, I don't eat chicken. I don't know what to tell you. Just eat the pasta. Okay, we have 4 minutes left. In 1 minute or less, when is GTA 6 coming out? And is it going to come out? And is it not going to be the most epic game ever?
It's going to be epic as fuck. I'm hoping it's going to come out soon on PC because that's kind of where I'm wanting to go with my gaming. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get it. What about you?
They need to have a trailer, right? Because that's something I would react to, even though like I wasn't the biggest GTA player.
They do have a trailer.
Is there a new? Didn't it just drop? Did it just drop or something?
No, like I've only seen their old trailer, but it's like it's at least partially like.
Oh no, GTA 6 price just leaked, and you're not gonna like it. Released 2 hours. Something GTA 6 release date, price, gameplay, map systems 2 hours ago. This just came out. Weird.
So I'm guessing it's $100.
According to leaks, GTA 6 will likely launch on September 17, 2025. However, the game could initially launch only for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S, leaving PC players waiting until 2026, bro.
Dang. It won't be too long.
But yeah, that's what's going on. We'll talk more about that another time. But Dane, this was a streamlined episode of Download the Uplift. I think one of our most streamlined. And not like I liked it. Good. This is how we got to do it, baby. You get in, you get an hour of me and Dane, jam-packed with fun and information and deep dives into simulation theory and infinite blah blah blahs, which was really cool. But I'll re-listen to it when I'm editing this. But Dane, was there anything else?
I'm guessing the infinite thing. You're kind of like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
It's the all of a sudden an old timey cartoon, just like Homer Simpson started in my head, like. I was like,
well, let us know down in the comments if you know about Infinity and all of its quirks. But no, nothing else. I got nothing else.
We got
But John, was there anything else from your end?
Nah, it's been a good week. Thank you to 563. hanging in there with me. Hopefully the channel grows, and not just for monetary. I mean, listen, that'd be the dream, right? But then Dane and I can concentrate more and more on stuff like that. But thank you guys. The fact that there is 6 million podcasts, and then you add in how many videos are on YouTube and stuff. We thank you guys for watching. And if anyone is still watching now, you're awesome. What do I say at the end of reactions? And I'm gonna mix them both with this one. Oh, if your day's going well, I hope it continues. If it's going bad, I hope it gets better. Thank you for watching. Download the Uplift. My name is Gabriel Mark. This is my co-host, Dane Davis. We like to make content for when we fall. Dane and myself, we try and uplift you.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for subscribing. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Later, y'all.